Hi guys, welcome back to the video. So we have a NASDAQ here, you guys. We are on the monthly chart. We have drawn two touch points here to make our monthly chart. And as you can see with the monthly chart, you guys, we are looking at a definite reversal on the monthly chart. Probably it can be a deeper reversal on the NASDAQ, but as you guys know, these pairs don't really go down that much. But when they do go. It had a bearish year during 2022 to 2023, but it decided to go further up from 2023 up until 2025. So we'll see. We'll see how this one goes. The bearish vibes on the NASDAQ it's not a common thing, if I can put it like that. We are going over to our weekly chart. On our weekly chart, as you guys can see, we've had a lot of bouncing here on our higher time frame. So here's our first touch point is going to be here. Just place it right. Nope. Yeah. So that's a 1-2 touch point. And then we are going to change this trend line to the color pink. No, we don't change it to pink. We're actually going to change it to blue. So as you can see, it's been price has been rejecting here onto the monthly chart again. Based on the weekly chart, we are going over to the daily chart. Daily chart also has had some significant bouncing, and it seems like the market can't seem to go above this level. Let's look for a 2 touch point here on this one and see where that takes us. 2 touch point took us to a breakout. Okay, let's just say, we're starting here. We're gonna look for a second touch point. Sorry guys, I'm gonna look for a second touch point probably here. Okay, so this has the most amount of touches. Just gonna put it in the tail there. We are just going to put this one on the tail. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4 touch point on our NASDAQ daily chart. We are going to change the color of this trend line to a white one. As you guys can see now, that the reversal looks like it's going to be a significant breakout to the downside, and we are going to be drawing our trend line also here. Okay, you guys, so yeah, that's a double top for me in here. Like that's like a significant double top. These levels, it's a chart pattern. These levels are definitely on a double top vibe. Could have been a beautiful entry right here on the 18th on Tuesday. Wow, what a beautiful entry. Could have been a beautiful entry on Tuesday last week, and held it maybe up until here. So this is a very good one. We are gonna swoop over to the 4-hour chart. And with our 4-hour chart, guys, it's been consolidating a bit there and there, but definitely a double top. It can also come back here, retest, and actually go to the upside and pass through that. But we do not know what the results are going to be when it comes to that. But the price has been rejecting here, rejected. It rejected the double top. It's coming down. We'll see the reaction when it comes here. So when price reaches here, we'll see whether it was going to bounce off of this trend line to go to the upside, or is it going to break? And then we have our chance of waiting for a retest in the 4 hour chart, and then we'll go to the downside. So, guys, as you guys know, I usually draw my trend lines up until my 4 hour. I even draw trend lines on this 4 hour chart, and I usually also draw a trend line on my 1 hour chart. But lately, since I've been gone for the past month, I've realized that the levels that I do draw trend lines on, and the level of risk, amount of risk that I have on a certain pair, it really doesn't make sense for me to get out of the market so quickly. So I've decided to be trading the daily chart. I will wait for my trades. I will wait for the sniper entries, as the famous word goes. I'll wait for the sniper entries and actually enter on the marks that actually are meaningful based on my trend line trading strategy. I'm not using the 4 hour trend lines. I'm not using the hourly trend lines, but I am going to be entering based on those smaller time frames using a daily chart trend line, and that's where I stop drawing my trend lines. The aim is that when I do find a trade, I want to hold it for a couple of days or a couple of weeks so that it maximizes my ability to earn. Because, guys, I have a small account. I've realized that when I have a small account, flipping and risking too high, it's not going to help me. Per risk is $10. So if I risk $10 on each and every single trade, I am expecting about $20. Now, if I continue doing that, there's chances that I'm gonna lose more than I win. So basically, I might be in profit, but I'm not gonna be in a profit where I can buy groceries, you guys, like really. So the main thing for me right now is to be able to just get groceries from trading, okay? My work, everything that I do on the side, let that be like for other reasons. Can I just have grocery money from trading? Okay. This is serious, you guys. So I've been doing a lot of research, and I've realized that it is best to be trading higher time frames with your small account. So monthly, I am only going to be depositing $50, and that 50 will be the amount that I risk for the entire month. And I'll only be taking 5 trades, and that's it. I am not gonna be over risking or risking even more than that. I'll only be looking at. Okay, so we are on GBPUSD at the current moment, you guys. We are going to turn this trend line into a yellow trend line, and we had a one touch point. We had our one touch point, two touch point. This one ended up being a fake out sort of breakout. Fake out sort of breakout, and then we are going to be drawing a lower level trend line. Also became a bit of a breakout right there, fake out on the bottom level right there. um let's go to our weekly chart. On our weekly chart, it is definitely retesting our trend line. It did break out. It sort of wanted to go to the upside, ended up going to the downside on our weekly chart. And yeah, so let's draw a trend line on the weekly chart that will have more than 2 touch points. So it's one touch point, two touch point. As you can see, there was a breakout and retest based on the 2 touch points on this level. So we are going to say we're going to leave that level and mark this level here. And this level here gives us 1, 2 touch points, 3 touch points, a breakout out of that touch point. We're gonna leave it at that. We definitely did get a breakout on this weekly chart, and now we are going to go into the daily chart. The daily chart is going to give us the most recent price action. Um, yeah. So now we are going to be using our daily chart to actually, give us clarity on what will be happening to the charts just now. We are putting our highest point. We are going to go low to this touch point as a second touch point. And as you can see, it tried to break out, failed, tried to break out, failed, tried. So we are going to say, okay, let's put it on the next level to say that is our second touch point, and this one respected a little bit better. So there's a first touch point right here, a second touch point here, a third, and a fourth touch point. So these were a lot of beautiful entries, especially because now you have a monthly chart being broken into, retested into, and all the way to the downside. So that's a lot of money that could have been made on this trade only if the market was properly analyzed. Okay, so that we're going to change this trend line to the color white, and we're going to draw a second trend line, because now the market did break out, but we are not sure whether it is going to the upside. So we are going to draw a second trend line touch point, and we are going to say this is our second drop because it is a swing high, so it is our second touch point. This is a possible entry to the downside. um Definitely a possible entry to the downside, but for the fact that the market did retest here and actually go to the upside, it might just break out of the yellow trend line also and continue going to the upside, but we are not too sure on that. We are going to go to the 4-hour chart. In the 4-hour chart, we're not drawing trend lines, you guys. We are done drawing trend lines. Here, we just want to see and look at the overview of what has happened. As you can see here, I see a bit of a head and shoulder pattern and continued to the upside for the past week or two. And then here it has returned, it has reversed. It reversed beautifully on this candlestick right about here and went to the downside until here. There is a minor level of resistance right here. Maybe the market can then go and just break to the upside, or it might not at the same time. So we will see what will happen. We will see whether our entries are going to be valid for the upcoming week. And also we are going to be drawing a trend line because now we are on the upside. We are going to be drawing a trend line on our daily chart to the upside. Let's see what we can find. We have a touch point 1. Let's look for 2. There is 2. There is 3. There's almost a 4, which is also counted as a 4. Definitely, I would say that between Monday or Tuesday, the market is probably going to go to the downside and retest over here. After retesting, then it might break to the upside. So it's up to the market how it does this, but I honestly think that this will turn into a support area and it might just come back a little bit and then continue to the upside. So if it's gonna retest, then we are going to let it retest a bit, and then we are going to be entering on probably the 4th touch point of this daily chart trend line. Okay, just to save on time, you guys, we are looking at gold right now. I don't usually trade gold, but hey, gold has been moving and it has been giving people a lot of chances. Okay, like it's been moving from 2024 all the way up. I mean, now it's 2025 and it's killing it again. So Um, definitely going to think. I'm just thinking it is a buy. I'm gonna go to the weekly chart. So the weekly chart, I've drawn my trend lines as you guys can see. So the most recent price action to me is saying that this is a definite buy. There is a daily trend line and a monthly trend line where it is right now. So there is a possibility that it could reverse. Definitely could reverse. Um, so when it comes to this is the 4 hour trend line, I'm not gonna be following any 4 hour trend line as of this moment. I am only focusing on the daily trend lines. So this is an almost touch of the daily trend line. It looks like it's going to be a reversal. It has just created 3 reversal candlesticks right here. So definite reversal possibility on this chart. Um, it could just go to the downside, definitely. We will see how this one goes, and we will see how we can actually capitalize on this one. So there has been some news saying that it might reach 3,000. 3,000 is where it's right about here, a psychological number. So maybe it might not. Who knows? So let's go to a 4 hour chart. It has been rejecting for quite some time on the 4 hour chart, but it's still taking out reversal candlesticks to the upside. So we just wait for a breakout out of this one, a breakout and retest, you guys. It has to give us a retest, and after retesting, it has to bounce off to the opposite direction, okay? And then that's when we say we are entering a trade on these charts, okay? So when we're entering a trade, we're going to be entering based on like 4 hours and the 1 hour. For sniper entries, of course, you guys, we are going lower. We are going lower to 5 minutes to even 1 minute chart just to get those sniper entries where we can risk a lot, but the market just moves after we entered. Okay, so we'll see about this one. Waiting for a retest and break, a break and retest. Once it does not retest, we are not entering. We are just not entering this week. Okay, this is our new rule. If it does not retest, we are not entering. We do not have the capital to be risking without a retest. Okay, yeah. Okay, guys. So for the Euro USD, we are looking at a possible buy. Um, let's wait for a third touch point on our white trend line, which is our daily trend line. When we go to the 1 hour chart, it's been coming down, but the overall trend is definitely a buy. Just broke out of our yellow trend line, which is our monthly trend line, and it is pushing towards the upside. We are gonna wait for a touch around here, a reversal, and then we'll get our sniper entry based on the 5 minute chart or the 1 minute chart. Um, yeah, let's just watch what happens, and then we'll get in our sniper entries. When it breaks out, guys, we're gonna wait for a retest based on the daily chart, not on the 1 hour chart, not on the 1 minute chart, but based on our daily chart. Okay. Okay, guys, that's it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yes, it's a little something different. As you guys know, trading, you need to tweak things, guys. It can never, never, never be the same, especially if you're not profitable like I am. I still am on a journey, and I am still tweaking things, still trying to figure things out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you stay along, you join me on my documentary on being a profitable trader. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on another one. Mwah.